The only remains of once a vibrant piggery house are dry pits, empty drum and dusty grounds. 198 pigs were slaughtered right here following the outbreak of the African swine fever. Essie Sakala owns this project, a venture she inherited from her late father, and the most disturbing thing is that her pigs had no fever, but since the piggery was in contact farms, hence it was prudent that the pigs be slaughtered.
198 pigs is a lot. We're in the middle of a big expansion program that we're working on. We were almost applying for a loan that could not continue because of the outbreak. And so that really put a stop to a lot of things for us in terms of moving forward as a business. And it's depressing because we really even don't know when we're going to start afresh.
About 9,718 pigs were slaughtered in Lusaka alone, out of the 12,304 pigs that were targeted for. Some of them died on their own from the disease. The good news, though, is that farmers will have to be compensated, and the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock clearly states that his ministry shall only compensate for animals that were slaughtered by the officers and not the ones that died on their own from the disease.
The mode of compensation is that we think that it is fair to use the criterion of the weight of a live pig, the live weight of a pig. So government will compensate the farmers whose pigs were slaughtered per kilogram of the total weight of the number of pigs that were slaughtered for each farmer.
This disease, the African swine fever, could have been prevented had measures been put in place, because this is the third time the African swine fever has been recorded in Zambia, with the immediate past outbreak recorded in the year 2004. The first outbreak of the fever was in the year 1994.
Well, I can't speak for the people who were there. This government was not there in 1994. We were not there in 2004. So I can't account for what our colleagues didn't do. What I'm able to account for is what happened in 2013.
Some pig farmers are not fully engaged with the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock, and that's the reason why most of them do not have the knowledge on how best to rear their pigs, especially on curbing and preventing diseases such as the African swine fever.
If the Ministry of Livestock can ensure that all pig farmers, anybody who is trying to engage in pig farming, has ready information from them to say this is what normally happens after we've had a history that this has happened every 10 years, and because we want to prevent this from happening again, these are the steps that you should take in taking care of your pigs.
From now going forward, we don't want to continue with the situation where anyone who wakes up on the right side of their bed and decides to get involved in pig farming just starts rearing pigs. We shall now require such individuals to register with our provincial offices.
Her farm is sustained through the piggery, and since there isn't any money coming forth, Essie is now forced to dip her hand into her own personal pocket. The money that she gets from her former job is what she now shares with 5 other workers at the farm.
The November salaries couldn't be paid. The December salaries also, that was very difficult for us. But also the unsureness for them to, do we have jobs? What will happen to our children? School fees are coming on. What's going to happen to us then? But also for us, it's a strain because now the salaries that we're receiving on our former jobs, my sisters and myself, is what we have to share with the workers.